Mhm.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Creative Chat Cafe. Oh my God, can you believe it's already the second episode of Creative Chat Cafe in 2015? And I'm pretty excited right here with my co-host. Welcome back! Woohoo!
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning to you, Miss Sondra. Good evening to you, Miss Lirone. And I think Kenya, you and I we're on lunchtime, you know?
Yep.
All over the world. All over the
Yes,
world.
hello the world. Lirone is from our future, and Sondra still has to catch up with us, with me, and yeah, with everybody else. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Creative Chat Cafe. You know, we always say take some time out, you know, out of your day. To just come and hang out with us on our business talk show Hangout, so that you can get a little bit of guidance, inspiration, and results to help you soar into a business and life that pays it forward. I'm Zan, your host, along with the other ladies right here on Creative Chat Cafe. We are going to have a little bit of a conversation today about relationship matters and the 5 types of relationships you need to nurture to boost return on investment and get some R&R. So I'm just going to have these ladies to quickly get their, introductions in, and we can get started. Kenya, would you like to do the honor to start first?
I'd be delighted. I'm Kenya Halliburton of KenyaHalliburton.com, where I serve Shira entrepreneurs who are purposed to show up for the people that need them now by helping them set up hands-free marketing systems that allow them to enjoy life and make the money that they want and be free to do what they love. So hello.
Hey, hello. Welcome. Lirone, go ahead.
Yeah, so my name is Lirone Lichtman. I'm a business networking expert from Israel. I work with entrepreneurs. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here. And I help business owners, entrepreneurs, career-oriented people from all over the world to achieve their goals through the power of relationships, which is what we're going to talk about today. So it's a very exciting.
Yay! Sondra Firestein, the girl from our past?
I'm from before. Yeah, so my name is Sondra Firestein. I own my own personal concierge and lifestyle management business, and I work with both teams and individuals to help bring balance to your life. And a lot of that comes through just taking stuff off your plate and replacing it with stuff that makes you happy. So I'm all about.
So if you folks out there still don't know who I am Zan, the person who moves at an average speed of 200 miles per hour, and the only thing that has slowed me down was probably cancer, but I claim victory over. Woohoo! I love it. And you know, I have so much power. I think to to power up a small town. I think more like a very energizer bunny kind of like. And people say, hey Zaf, you know, you got to share your energy. So I am. So I'm helping all you folks out there power up your business by helping you leverage videos, webcasts, and virtual events through Google Hangouts, and help you leverage videos to increase your reach. So I'm very happy to have everybody here today with me. Woohoo! And looking forward to this show. Very, very excited. So if you're watching the show and if you're wondering, what the hashtag we're using, the hashtag we're using is hashtag CCC Time to Hangout, or you can also find us on hashtag Creative Chat Cafe. So that's our hashtag. So take time out with our business talk show hangouts. I am Zan, your host, and co-hosting this show with my other co-hosts, Kenya, Lirone, and Sondra, all the way from, we have all the 3-4 different time zones globally taken care of. So we're pretty excited. So ladies, today we want to reach out to our audience. When we finish with the video, you can, if you don't watch the show at 12:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you can come back and watch it on our blog and just read up on the information that we've shared on Creative Chat Cafe right on entrepreneurs.soar.com, where I will have that information at the end of the show for you folks out there. So today we're talking about, the topic that we're talking about today is relationship matters, and 5 types of relationships you need to nurture to boost return on investment and get some R&R. I know as we were, preparing for the show, Kenya and I were talking about, what we're going to talk about this month, and she mentioned that February is Relationship Wellness Month, and a great time to examine our relationships, how they affect our happiness and our lives, and how we are, we take that relationship and become successful in our businesses. Kenya, is there a favorite quote that you like to, that you use that makes you think of relationships or reminds you of relationship building?
Yeah, actually there's 2. One is one that you all may recognize, and it's your network equals your net worth. That's a really, really, really good one.
The most often that we hear, yep.
That's a really good one, and it's true.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that I love that it says, if you believe business is about building relationships, then make building them your business. And I thought that was really powerful. So those are really
powerful. If you believe business is about building relationships, then make building them your business. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. So, Lirone, you're a business, networking coach yourself, and what's your thoughts on our topic today?
I love the topic. I haven't heard this quote before, Kenya, but I think it's amazing, and it just presents the essence of it. So, it's all about people. We talked about it in the previous show as well a week ago. It's all about people eventually. And but I think nurturing relationships, as we all know, to create a better life and business, it reaches beyond just getting and keeping clients. It's about everything, and we have so many different touching points with people and with ourselves. So I want to go through the type of relationships we're going to explore today, which is very important and have a lot of impact on our life and our business.
Yeah.
So the first one is the relationship with ourselves.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Hello, that is a must, right? Hello.
Yeah. You love those things.
Those sound effects, right?
Exactly. The second one is the relationship with family and friends, or closer circle. Then it can go to relationships with potential customers, people who will kind of want to get into our working with us or purchasing our products. Then it's relationship with current customers, people that have already been through the process and are here. How do we preserve them and keep them with us? And relationships with joint ventures and strategic partners that together we can leverage both of our powers and move on. So, Zeph, I want to approach a question to you. So do you believe that relationships with yourself have the most significant impact on your life and business? And if so, why?
Wow, that's a great question. Now I have to think. Right? Because that's a great question, and I think it comes down to if you don't know yourself, right? So if you don't know thyself, how are you going to expect other people to know you, right? And that's your relationship with you. You have to be comfortable in your own skin, and if you're not comfortable in your own skin, people can detect that. And when you go out, say, building your business, people can tell if you're comfortable in your skin or not, or if you're just kind of faking it out, right? And I think it's important to have a relationship with yourself. Sometimes it's a journey. For me, I personally, we all go through life, right? We have our own challenges that stretch us a lot of times. And I think these are the journeys that will help us get to know ourselves better. If I may share a story, sometimes, maybe you all can relate. We as business people, entrepreneurs, we're always on the move. And being me, I love people, my passion to pay it forward. I sometimes forget about myself. Right, that connection. I totally forget about myself because sometimes, actually, a lot of times, I kind of put other people, in front of me. There, take care of them, and at the end of the day, the question is, who's going to take care of me if I don't take care of me? Hello, dong, right? So I think it's very important that we actually get to know ourselves first, get comfortable in our own skin, that nothing else matters, because you need to focus on your best elements. Don't worry what other people are saying about you, what you dress, and all that stuff, but you need to be comfortable, because when you go out that door and meet people, you're looking them straight in the face and you're like, I'm okay with it. What's your problem, right? So I think, if we're talking about business, knowing yourself, it's part of your own branding. I mean, right, ladies? I mean, if you don't know your branding and if you cannot incorporate that into what you do, I mean, how do you expect people going to do business with you? So that's always been my thing. Because if I wear a fake skin, I'm not comfortable in being who I am, I will go out there and people would know. For instance, I'm always such a bubbly person moving at 200 miles per hour that if I have to speak to a group of people that probably requires a little bit of refinement, I may have to tweak myself. And people can detect. I've had that experience where I've had to speak to, my target audience or entrepreneurs, business folks, and I've been stretched where I spoke to a group of corporate people, and I've had to buckle up, put a little bit, straight up forward, and people ask me, hello, are you comfortable? And I'm like, why? Does it show? And they say, yeah. So that's a great example of what I say. You have to kind of know yourself, and then you got to tweak it, to your audience. And I think it's important in business. It's your brand. People want to do business with you, and if you're not comfortable in your own skin, you don't show confidence. You cannot show confidence. Does that make sense, ladies?
Yeah.
If I also may add that I think it's a great differentiating factor, so they can be like 18,000 business coaches, but each of them is being referred through their personality and how they bring to things. So that's exactly what you're saying. I think it's so important, and it comes only when you focus with yourself.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
So, Kenya, I mean, I wanted to ask you, though, why are our relationships with family and friends? So we talk about the importance of the relationship with ourselves, but what's so important about the relationship with our family and friends, and how can that affect the ROI of your business?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, I think that probably for me, two of the most important relationships that you can create and that you should establish very clearly are, the relationships with yourself and then the relationships with those around you. There's this, because the health of your business, I believe, is really the direct result of the health of your relationships at home and with the people around you. One way that relationships can impact your business is in your ability to make good decisions. I heard a pastor say recently that, if you're in bad relationships, then it's almost impossible for you to make good decisions. And we know that if we have a business, it's important that we're able to make really good decisions in order to move our business forward and achieve the success that we want. And I think that, for me, family and all of that is important, because my personal story is that I was in a very volatile marriage, and that environment what made it really hard for me to achieve the things that I wanted in my business. And even the decisions that I made that I thought were good, I was making them under duress. I was making them because it was just this crazy environment, and I'm like, oh, this feels good, and I'm gonna go this way, and then something crazy would happen, and then I would have to change it. So even because I was in that bad relationship and that bad environment, even my good decisions turned out to be bad. So,
awesome.
In a certain sense, become that statement that it's impossible to make good decisions if you're in bad relationships. And some people have family members, especially if you're working from home, right? If you're in an environment where people aren't supporting you, it just feels like everything and everybody is working against you. It can really be difficult to really get the results that you want out of your business. And then on the flip side of that, even if you have, you know, a healthy environment, you have children, family members, husband, it's important that you don't neglect those. Because, you know, I mean, you can have the best intentions about creating a business that impacts the world, and then your family is like, your children are like, hello, what about me, mommy? And your husband's like, hello, I mean, can I get some time?
I need attention too.
Yeah, you know, so it's important to figure out that balance and just do a self-check, an internal check, and look at the relationships around you, your family, your friends, and how is the health of those, and look at your business and determine how that's impacting your business. You know, is it affecting your business in a positive way? Is it affecting your business in a negative way? And figure out what actions do you need to take in order to you know, get your relationships in order and in a healthy state so that your business can be healthy as well.
I have to commend you. I have to commend you because I think that's a very important part that you just open up and, you know, share with many people. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, but, you know, you need to know this. You need that information that Lirone just, you know, shared. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You know, you need to know what you're comfortable with and your relationship with your surrounding. You know, if you have success, your vision of success, and you want to hit that direction, you cannot let anybody tell you that you cannot do it. So that's a great point. Thank you for sharing. Lirone, and I wanted to find out from you, you know, in creating relationships with potential customers, we know it's kind of important to connect with our audience, right? And we have to kind of be genuine, but still be able to create opportunities for, you know, sales. And this I know, many people have anxiety about building relationships through networking. You're such a queen of networking. I mean, I'm an avid networker myself, you know, and this is what you do. This is your business. You know, can you share one of your favorite ways to connect with people in a way that it's kind of genuine, that also works to kind of build our business and grow our businesses?
Yeah. So first of all, let's I give a few words about the word we use. You know, this episode is about relationships. And when you talk about networking, it all gives us different feeling. I think networking has a bad name, and he doesn't deserve this bad name. You know, people think networking relates to being fake or salesy, or you want something out of me, that's why you come to network with me, and it's so not it. It definitely comes down to relationships and to people. So to answer your question, I think the best way is to first come meet people in order to create a connection with them, a genuine one. And it relates to what you said earlier about connecting to yourself and being authentic. So this is how it's easier for you to create a genuine one. I can tell you that a few years back, when I was not really in my best confidence and stuff, it was hard for me to create meaningful relationships because I was not at home with myself. I was not really in 100% confident. And once you know what you're worth and how to bring yourself out there, it's easier to create genuine relationships. Now, it's basically about being authentic when you meet with new people, and it's about creating, first of all, this know, like, and trust connection. So authenticity, again, is a big word, but each person should find out how to convey their personality in a genuine way. So when you establish a friendly foundation first, you can tell from knowing what the person's needs are and feeling comfortable enough to say an address to the person's what he actually needs. That's when you know them. So it's fast if you have an immediate goal or a little longer after a few times of communication. The bottom line, make them know, like, and trust you first, and then go and sell.
Wow, that's awesome. Good. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that information. So quickly before we move on, I just want to say that you're watching Creative Chat Cafe, and this is our hashtag Creative CCC Time to Hang Out, or hashtag Creative Chat Cafe, and we're on every Wednesdays 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch it on entrepreneurs.soar.com. Okay, we took care of, you know, relationship with myself, family and friends, and potential customers. What else do we have, ladies?
We have, the next thing that I actually want to ask is, I want to talk to Sondra about, actually there's this stat that I came across somewhere that says it costs as much as 5 times more to get a new customer than it is to retain an existing one. And so I know that you help your clients manage their busy lives. I imagine your clients, you know, would never want to leave simply because they'd be lost without you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Right.
But how important is it, you know, for you to go the extra mile to make them feel special, do you think? And what are some ideas you can give us that we can use to help keep our customers happy and coming back?
So, yeah, first of all, that stat is a little bit ridiculous, but I also totally believe it at the same time. I mean, you know, it's kind of like falling in love when you're a business owner, right? Like, you have a service to offer, and you know that there's so many people out there that would be such a good fit for the service that you're offering, but it's all about the right timing, of what your industry is. You need people to be in the right time in their life, be in the right position to make the decision, yes, I want to work with you. So once you have that, you definitely don't want to lose it. So with that being said, one of the simplest things that I have found that keeps my clients coming back is that I give them attention, I give them time, I touch them. Not in that, like, you know, I write these deep poems for them. No, it's like a really
you can if you want to, right?
No, like really simple things. Like if I get an email from a client that, you know, maybe it's something as simple as, you know, I need my Costco trip handled this week. I don't just respond back, sure, no problem. I write an actual email. I say, thank you so much for reaching out to me today. I'm so happy to hear from you. I'm more than happy to make this happen. When would be the most convenient time for you to have this delivery made? And what I've been finding is people just want to be special in other people's lives. They want to feel as if, even though they're paying you for the service, they want to see that you are prioritizing them. You're taking time out of your day to speak with them, to show that you care. I've also found that just reaching out on special occasions. I have a client, his birthday is today, and, you know, something as simple as a nice little card that goes out. Or it can be an email, depending on the person. It can be something as simple as an email, maybe even a tweet. But if you show your client that you're thinking of them, they feel so special. And that's why stores like Sephora, every year on your birthday, you get a free gift. It means nothing to the company. It's so easy for them. But as the consumer, I go, oh, Sephora remembered my birthday. It's so nice.
That's
But I've also found that, like, for myself, what's been really enjoyable about it is I love how easy it is to make people happy. I love that all I have to do is reach out periodically, let them know that they're on my mind, and it makes me feel good because I see them light up. But, you know, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You don't have to have something super extravagant. People really are very simple, and they just want to know that it's your priority to make them happy. So that's what I do to retain my clients, and it seems to be working.
Love it.
It kind of goes back to that thing, like, you know, it's the thought that counts. You know, when you're giving, you know, people really want to feel that you actually put some thought into communicating with them or servicing them and that kind of thing.
Well, and if you're trying to get a new client anyways, you're going to be putting so many more touches out there. You're going to be having to call them, say, hey, remember me, let's work together. So if you already have them as a client, just stay in front of them a little bit and just say, I care about you. And they go, oh, thank you.
One of the main things we can learn from what Sondra just said is that it's easy. People may think it's so complicated, but it's not. It's just small things, it's small actions that create big results, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. So may I ask you a question, ladies?
Oh,
sure, absolutely.
Sure. So I want to know, how can collaborative relationship benefit our business? And are there any legal things we need to keep in mind in order to protect ourselves and the relationship from crashing and burning?
If you don't mind, I'd like to start.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great question.
I think that the most important thing is to realize that you cannot do everything yourself. It is not possible. We all like to think that we're the best, but really we're not all the best at all things. So it's really important when you're looking to collaborate with other people that you're aware of kind of the gaps in your abilities and that you're finding people that fill those gaps. And hopefully you're filling the gaps that they have. And so there's this kind of give and take of, okay, I know that I can rely on you because I see that you have this strength where it's a little bit of my weakness. But I also think it's really important that whenever you form a relationship with someone that regards any kind of business relationship is that it's natural and that it's easy. I think as much as possible it should be informal. It should be just a natural connection. Again, it's a little bit like falling in love. It's, do I feel like we understand each other, or are we going to be butting heads a lot? And when you feel that you can trust this person, it's always good to have something in writing just to cover your bases, just so that you can look back and say, hey, like we set these very basic ground rules. I don't think that every little detail needs to be hammered out, because over time, the course of that relationship is going to kind of shift and change anyways. So I think one of the most important rules is that you check in with each other periodically and say, is this still working for us? I think it's important to provide the opportunity for you or any of your collaborators to say, you know what, this isn't actually working for me, and because it's not working for me, it's not going to work so well for you either. So let me just take this opportunity. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to just step back. And, I believe that it's so important to never, ever, ever burn a bridge, because maybe right now the collaboration isn't working, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. So you want to keep that open.
I love that. I love what you just said there, and it was actually something that I was going to say too. You mentioned about a even in our collaborative relationships, it's all about like falling in love. It's the chemistry. You kind of know from the get-go. Do you want to end up kissing this person at the end of the day, right? So virtual hug. If there's sparks coming out and we're so excited, if there's any sparks, it's just about the chemistry. And that's very important. And you're absolutely right, Sondra. It's just like falling in love, And do you want to date that person? You never want to just, like, hey, do you want to marry me, right? You kind of get their information first. Here's my phone number. Can we go on a date? Can we go out for dinner? It's just that process, right? And there'll be times that it's going to be uncomfortable. So my point is that I think in establishing collaborative, partnerships in our relationships with our collaborators, we have to establish some sort of clear communications and often, and be upfront about the most uncomfortable things in the beginning. You address that, and then it becomes easier. Just how you have your list of tasks and to-do stuff, and you try to attack the most difficult task, or the one that takes a lot of your time, right? You take care of that, and then you basically the journey becomes simpler. So that's what I think. Communications, and often we just need to collaborate and talk about it. Get all the nitty-gritty stuff up front, so everybody has an understanding, and that'd be a great thing. How about you, Kenya?
I love this topic of collaboration. This is actually one of the things that I'm really looking to beef up in my own business this year, because it's so powerful to really leverage the expertise and talents and gifts of other people. Mm-hmm. And one of the ways that I've been, as an introvert, sometimes it's really hard for me. I know, Lirone, we talked about networking and things like that. And so I've been really interested in trying to find ways to collaborate, to merge networking with marketing. Building relationships with the routine task of still reaching out to the masses of people that you need to build relationships with. And one of the things that I've been looking into is kind of using your existing marketing to create collaborations and create a win-win-win. So a win for you, a win for your audience, and a win for the joint venture partners and strategic partners that you're working with. This show is a really great example of that. You know, where you're providing value for your audience, you're collaborating with and networking with other like-minded people, and you're really getting the benefit of being able to market and promote your business as well. It's the same kind of way with podcasting. So, you know, if you are introverted and you have, because for me, like kind of reaching out to people and presenting your business and selling yourself sometimes feels a little, you know, and so for me, it's like, you know, it's Creative Chat Cafe. It's like to get creative with it. So, you know, in what way would that work best for me? Right. So one of the ways that I figured is like, you know, I love talking to people. I love learning about people. And when you make that about someone else, and Sondra, you talked about, you know, really showing people you care. When I can like tap into that curiosity that I have about people, it takes the edge off of the anxiety of, you know, reaching out and collaborating and talking to people and not making it like, oh, I want you to talk to me because I have something to sell you. And so what I would kind of recommend people to look at is like, you know, look at your marketing. You know, are you blogging? Are you podcasting? Are you doing videos as a normal part of marketing your business? And how can you use that thing that you're doing to reach out to people? So maybe you do you spotlight a potential client or a potential strategic partner on your blog every month or something like that. And it kind of gives you an excuse to reach out to somebody and say, hey, you know, I mean, I love your stuff. I think you're great. You know, would you be interested in doing this podcast, this interview, this spotlight? And, you know, of course, it's free publicity for them. But they're going to be like, yeah, you know, great. But what it does, what I love about this strategy is it creates that reciprocation reflex, right, where people feel like, you know, she's done something for me. How can I it's just a natural human reaction. You look for a way to kind of, you know, return the favor. And so that way that relationship is built, and then you're creating that relationship by adding value to your audience, and you're also doing something really great for your business.
Awesome, awesome. That's great information. Thank you.
What about you, Lirone? What do you do? How can collaboration benefit the relationships that we have with our businesses, and what are the legal things we can do to protect ourselves?
Yeah, so I think, as you girls mentioned, collaboration can help us in so many ways. Basically, I always say that every person is like an ocean of knowledge, resources, ideas, information, connection. So once we collaborate, I believe it's 1 + 1 worth 3. It's, you know, there's so many knowledges when we collaborate with people, it comes out. Referring to what you just said, Kenya, as being an introvert and sometimes hard to don't know really how to approach people, I tell you my rule. I say that because there are 2 sides for any conversation. So I say that the energy, the quality of questions, and the fun we put into any conversation results with the energy, quality of answers, and the fun we'll have in this, you know, conversation. So what you put in it will also determine the conversation, its quality, the fun you're gonna get out of it. So you know, I really believe it's how you manage and how you navigate any communication to enjoy it and to get the most out of it. On a personal level.
That's really great, and you're absolutely right, Lirone. And you know, at the end of the day, it boils down to all that we've just mentioned in the chemistry. You know, is that getting to know each other, spend the time. When we talk about legality, also, yes, we need to have stuff written down, but we will all come in because we will all have a way to benefit from whatever the collaboration is, because we never know through that. It's networking, really, right? It's really networking through it. Like, where is our next opportunity come from? You know, it teaches us to stretch. I mean, tell you that working with people from all around the world stretched me already. Do you know what I mean? So that's a great, that's just great conversation here about, you know, building relationship that matters, and you know, how we would get return investment on our relationships. And
I have a
go ahead.
I have a quick resource that I would like to share. There's a book called The Power of Collaboration in Business by a lady by the name of Sherry Henley, Sherri Henley. It's The Power of Collaboration in Business, and it's a compilation of different experts talking about different aspects of collaboration. And it's a really, really great read. So if anybody gets a chance to check that out, I would recommend you do so.
Maybe we'll probably include that in our blog post when we actually have, the post the video here, and we will have that in our blog post and all the resources that the ladies have mentioned today, and we'll do that. So before we go, folks, I just wanted to take this time to let the ladies share their contact information, and we'll also share our Creative Chat Cafe information where you can watch it, get social with us. So Kenya, do you want to start off with your information?
Yeah, my passion is for helping women entrepreneurs manage all the moving pieces of their online business so that they can really focus on doing what they love and showing up for the people they need now without sacrificing what they need to really be successful. And so if you're interested in learning how to market hands-free, freeing your time up, manage your business virtually hands-free, and all of that fun stuff, you can hang out with me or check me out at KenyaHalliburton.com. And if you want to just connect with me around social media on the web, you can find me on Twitter. And that my name on Twitter is @MyVirtualGenie, and just search me on Facebook, KenyaHalliburton.com, and on Google Plus, and we can connect there.
Yay! Thank you, Lirone.
So again, ladies, thanks so much. I'm enjoying this show once again with all of you. So I am. So if you guys need any help in terms of how to achieve your goals through the power of relationships, how to leverage every relationship that you have into the next level, and then this is what I do. I'm a business coach. You can reach me at info@lironeglickerman.com or www.lironeglickerman.com. Thank you so much. See you next week, maybe.
Yay! Thank you. We've got to give you a clap. Sondra.
Hi. So yeah, I work with entrepreneurs for the most part, and I help people find work-life balance. A lot of times what bogs us down is not sexy stuff. It's work. It's just stuff that needs to get done, and it doesn't necessarily have to be done by you. So I work with entrepreneurs to help people kind of outsource what does not require their expertise. So if you have any questions or want to ask me about how I got started, or I don't know, you just want anything else, that's cool too. You can find me also at Seattle Sondra, both on Twitter and Instagram. I love food, cats, and chocolate, so I kind of talk about those types of things. Yeah, thanks so much for having me again.
Thank you. So, folks, where you can watch Creative Chat Cafe weekly is, I have to do one more thing. So, one of the things that we do at Entrepreneurs That Soar, what I do is helping you folks out there leverage videos, webcasts, and virtual events to increase your reach. Then I also help you leverage social media to kind of build your community and connectivity on demand, similar to what we're doing right here in with Creative Chat Cafe. So you can go to our website, entrepreneursthatsoar.com, and get my free starter kit that will help you get started with Google Hangouts, and also, just information on how you can use this in your own business. And you can actually go to, our website. It's not showing. Let me see. Anyways. Let me see. Here we go. So you can go to the website, entrepreneursthatsoar.com. You can go to the tab that says Web Shows, Creative Chat Cafe. All our shows are there weekly, Wednesdays, 12:30 p.m. And every first Wednesday of the month is our live broadcast. And our social, get social with us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter, and our hashtag is Creative Chat Cafe. And until we'll see you at the next episode, this has been a great conversation about building relationships and how we can act the 5 types of relationships that you need to nurture to boost return on investment and get some R&R. Well, it's been a great show. Thank you, ladies, for being here with me today, and we'll see you next week at the next Creative Chat Cafe. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.